Hello everyone, it's Bennett. I am continuing on with my series Indiana Jones in the Closet of Junk Wax, and here is the latest installment. It is 1991-92 Hoops basketball. This product is the epitome of the junk wax era. There isn't a lot of value in these boxes, but there's an awful lot of nostalgia. And if you're around my age, or if maybe you're a little bit younger or a little bit older, and you're like me, you like to take a look at old cards like these. As with any product from this era, we're looking for Jordan, pretty much exclusively. Some of the Team USA basketball cards have some value, and there's some cool inserts in here, but for the most part, we're looking for Jordan, and we're looking for Jordans that are pretty well centered. I don't want to just kind of gloss over this product. I know I opened another box of 91 about a week and a half ago, and even though this is junk wax and it was overproduced to the tunes of God only knows how many tens of thousands of cases, it's important to realize the time in which this product was produced and released. This is 91 going into the 92 season. This is right after Jordan wins his first championship, so it's his first ring. This is right when Team USA is putting the Dream Team on the court and getting ready to avenge the 88 loss with the college players, and we're putting the pros back on the court, and we're getting set to dominate the world again, or dominate on a world stage. So this is a really sort of important time in basketball. It's an important time in the NBA. It's right on the cusp of when the league was getting ready to really kind of explode again in popularity. So, even though these cards aren't worth a tremendous amount, there is a significance to the year that this box was produced. So that's it. That's all I have to say. It's my little preachy moment about junk wax and why I enjoy opening it and what it brings back for me. And let's get into it. This, like all the other boxes, is going to be, a lot of packs, a lot of cards. So I am going to rip this open, but I'm going to do it sort of as we go. Wow, this box is coming apart, except in the one place I need it to come apart. How about that? Can't even get the box open. Okay, well, there we go. Now it's open. Let's get all the packs out. As you can see, there's a ton of cards in here. So I am going to, as I do in some of my other videos, I'm going to kind of speed up the rip, and then I'll come back to you as we're looking through the cards. All right, so we're going to get started, and we're going to get ripping. Okay, and there's the last pack, and look at that. Right on the top, the Jordan Most Valuable Player, which I think actually would be the most valuable Jordan in the box. So that's a good start. Let's put him to the side. Looks a little off left to right, but and let's get into this and see what we got. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, I hope everyone enjoys this content. If you do, please drop a like. Give me a comment. Let me know. Let me know how you're doing. Here's a John Stockton Magic Johnson. It's an interesting card, right? If you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second to do it, and I really, really appreciate it. Comments and any kind of engagement really helps as well. I respond to every comment I get, so if you have anything to say, hopefully positive, but even if it's negative, if you have any advice for for how I do this, absolutely, please give me some feedback. As you can see, I'm going to go through this really quick. We're really kind of just looking for those Jordans. We had that first one pop out, which was good, and then we're going to keep going with these cards and see what we get. The design of the card, I don't want to jump over that. As you can see, compared to maybe, let's say, some of the other boxes I've opened in the upper deck I opened the last time, you can see that the design on these is much, much more just kind of simple, straightforward. Card stock is a little less sturdy It certainly doesn't have any of the sort of the holograms or any of those kinds of things that were just becoming, in vogue in the 90s. This is really kind of just a straightforward, here's the product. It's just, they were just putting the cards out. But like I said, the significant thing about these cards is really, oh, there's another Jordan, is when they, that's a milestones insert, is when they came out. Just to recognize where this hobby's come from, especially for the younger collectors out there, to see what the cards look like now and compared to what they did look like then, and sort of what the hobby was about and what the products were about. I think it's pretty important. There's a Bird milestones card, Kevin Johnson. We'll keep going through. As with any box from this era, as I said last time, my goal is always 6 Jordans. I'm looking for 6 Jordans. I'm hoping that one of them will 10, and that will, that pays for all the grading, and it pays for the box itself. This box, I don't remember, obviously. I mean, I bought this in 1991. I do not remember what I paid for it. I'm sure it wasn't a lot of money. Now, there's still not a lot of money. I mean, you can get these for, I think you can get them for about $45, $50 for a box of these cards. These are all turned around. Hold on a second. There we go. This is one of the Centennial inserts. 100 years of hoops. So these cards are pretty cool. They don't have any value, but they're pretty cool to take a look at. That's Naismith and his peach baskets. Let's keep going. Wow, look at Larry Brown. Look how young Larry Brown looked. He looked great. It's hard to, Jerry Sloan, same thing. Look how young Jerry Sloan looked. I mean, these were guys that, coached a very long time. It's Chuck Daly. I forgot Bernard King was still playing in 91. Former great Knick. Dealt with some injury issues, but was one of the great scorers of his time when he was right. There's another one of the Centennial cards celebrating 100 years of basketball. There's the Lakers card. Now the Bulls card, the Bulls version of that has some value, so if I come across that, I will put that aside. Sleepy Floyd. There's the Jordan Malone card. So there's our 3rd Jordan, I believe. That's not bad. We're not even halfway through, so we have 3. We're halfway to our goal of 6. Let's see if we can make it. Last time, I think you might have seen, I took like the Larry Johnson rookies and I took some of the other rookie cards and put them aside. I won't be doing that here. They really don't have any value, and there's just no reason to. So it's Jordan, sort of Jordan or bust with a box like this. All right, let's go over here. Let's grab some more. Perkins. There's John Williams. There's Dennis Rodman. There's the Worm. Guy never put in any weight. I saw a picture of him the other day. Looks exactly the same. I mean, he ever as bizarre as in his older years. Obviously, he's got, piercings all over his face. His hair's different colors. He's sometimes wearing a dress, sometimes not. But, still looks like he's in pretty good shape, frankly. He looks like he could still jump in a game if he needed to and get you 10, 12 rebounds. For a guy his size, probably there's another Jordan Malone card. For his size, it's got to be just pound for pound one of the greatest rebounders in history. He's obviously not the greatest rebounder. He didn't have the size, and that goes to guys like, Bill Russell was better, and there were a few other guys, but for his weight and for what he was, for his natural ability, the guy just worked his way into rebounds all the time. He was something to watch, and I'm not a Dennis Rodman fan. I don't, the man himself, I never liked all the antics. I didn't like all the nonsense, but, had he been a New York Knick, I was a Knick fan, I'm sure I would have loved him. Let him get under the Bulls' skin, instead of under the Knicks' skin with the Bulls, and so on and so forth. All right, we're slowing down a little bit on our Jordans. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Bulls. Jordan, Bulls cards. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There's Magic Johnson again. See, the photography also, like these cards are fine. These are sort of like, these were I mean, I don't want to say entry level because this is what basketball cards were, frankly, but they really were starting to understand, some of these companies were starting to understand that in order to compete, they needed to put some more flash into their product. And a product like Hoops really kind of fell by the wayside when that started to happen because it just didn't have that kind of flash to it. Look at that. Jammin' with Will Smith. Stay in school. All right. We're going to put that aside. That's pretty funny. Jammin' with Will Smith. The Fresh Prince himself. I don't know if he was the Fresh Prince yet, actually. I don't know if he was just Will Smith with DJ Jazzy Jeff, but that's a funny card. I like that card. It's Vernon Maxwell. Keep going through. There's another Rodman. Come on, Jordan. Where are you, Michael? There's the Pistons team card. All right, we just have a few cards left, and we're still a couple of Jordans short of our goal. So let's see if we can get there. There's Sam Bowie, drafted ahead of Jordan, as famously drafted ahead of Jordan. Never had much of a career. Poor guy. I mean, who would ever have been able to live up to that, And he certainly did not. Larry Bird, Hersey Hawkins, Wes Unseld. There's the Knicks team card. That Knicks team would break my heart over and over again in the years to come. The Bulls helped out a lot with that, but that Knicks team just could never get over the hump. Just absolutely could not make it happen. Jordan was out of the league. Knicks made it to the finals, and we got Starksed. Well, maybe we should blame Pat Riley, frankly, since he didn't pull him from the game. Jay English. Those of you who are old enough will remember that game, that series. Remember that game, and remember that series being interrupted by the OJ chase. There's the Chicago Bulls team card. All right, that's good. There's Jordan and Pippen right there with their backs to you. There's Horace Grant, among others. We're getting near the end of the box. Ed Pinckney. I have a great story about Ed Pinckney. I was at a basketball clinic or a camp. I can't remember what it was when I was younger. I think in '85, if I'm not mistaken, '86, something like that. And Ed Pinckney was in college, and he came to give a clinic in between. He'd already been drafted by the Celtics, but in between college and starting his pro career, he came to give a clinic, and he was just a really, really nice guy. I remember him. I have fond memories of Ed Pinckney. He was supposed to be a phenomenal big man in the NBA. I mean, it didn't pan out that way, but when I met him, that's who he was supposed to be. The Pippen's a decent card in this set as well. We'll put that aside. There's Barkley. There's David Robinson, Dennis Rodman. Who are we jamming with here? We're jamming with the boys and Will Smith. All right. I don't know who the boys are, but we're jamming with them. I'm going to put that aside, too, because that's funny. There's Bernard King, Kevin Loughlin, and the Supersonics team card. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for 91 Hoops. We got a few cool cards. We're jamming with Will Smith a couple of times. There's the Bulls team card. There's jamming with Will Smith again. We got two of these Jordan Malone cards. We got a Jordan milestones. We got a Johnson milestones. I don't know why I put that aside. And then we got the Jordan most valuable player, which will be the most valuable card we pulled out of the box. Well, guys, thank you for joining me. Again, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Drop a like if you like the content. Share this video with anybody of a certain age who might enjoy it. And I'll see you next time.